Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this video we have a special video because we're actually unboxing a phone, and specifically the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and it is the new one with the all new dynamic island and all the other features, which is pretty new because we actually have seen some significant difference from the older version. You can actually tell things apart from the front pill, at least for the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max. Before we start this video, please make sure to subscribe, and other than that, let's get this unboxed.
So here is the box, and of course, why would you want to hear me? So just listen to this aesthetic music while we unbox the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The iPhone 14 Pro Max is running on the latest A16 chip, which was designated only for the 14 Pro and the 14 Pro Max, and is only a modest upgrade to the A15 chip in the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus. This is also why Apple compared the A16 to the 2019 A13 Bionic chip, since they wouldn't have much to compare it to, considering that it's not a big gap worth upgrading. Now, holding this thing, it feels huge. For reference, it's almost the same size as my S22 Ultra, which is 6.8 inch, while the iPhone 14 Pro is not far off at 6.7 inch. And this seems to be the borderline for the size of phone, since I can't imagine myself holding a phone larger than the S22 Ultra. The display is also a Super Retina XDR display, which is a further advancement of OLED that delivers better color accuracy, high brightness levels, and a wider color range. It also includes a brand new, never heard of before, and definitely not inspired by all the other Android phones. There is iPhone's always on display. Now, the always on display of the Androids are usually just a dim, very dark screen, just showing minimal stuff such as time and day. But the iPhone decided to go the other way around and just basically get a dimmer version of the lock screen. So technically you can still see your day, your time, and even see your notification pile on top of the screen, and also your wallpaper a tiny bit. Moving on, the only feature or gimmick that makes the normal customer differentiate from a 13 Pro Max and a 14 Pro Max is, of course, the memed dynamic island. While other competition tries to hide the selfie camera through pop-up cameras, small cutouts, or even an under-display camera, Apple decides to go completely the other way and embrace the cutout. They do this by forming one long pill that connects to two actual cutouts, which is a selfie camera cutout and a small pill for the face unlock. And the space that is left between these two cutouts is just filled with black pixels that Apple just filled in through software, tricking you into thinking that it's just one long pill. By doing this, Apple is able to embrace the pill and create animations through smooth, fluid motion for apps to interact with. Additionally, the pill makes animation for when the phone is charging, connected to a device, and etc. Honestly, a cool, innovative move. So cool that there's already Android apps that are bringing these concepts into Androids. Now, for the camera itself, it is rocking a larger quad pixel sensor, 65% larger than the previous gen, and surprisingly, after many years of going strong on the 12 megapixel camera, it has upgraded all the way to a 48 pixel main camera. And still there's the 12 megapixel ultra wide and a 12 megapixel telephoto camera with a 3x optical zoom. It also has a new second generation sensor shift optical image stabilization that is promised to produce really smooth video at a cost of lower quality. 12 megapixel front camera is not much of an upgrade, but the true depth camera right beside it maybe is, because the true depth camera works by projecting thousands of invisible dots on your face and analyzing them to create a depth map of your face. The camera will also capture an infrared image of your face to help improving accurate face data. The true depth camera can even detect if your eyes are closed or directed away from the phone to prevent anyone else unlocking your phone while you're asleep or paying less attention. It is also 33% smaller than the previous gen. Now, the camera app, it is still really smooth and seemingly transitions between the lenses without without any lag or delay, something that Samsung should take note of. Now we don't have time to go to the full camera test since this will make the video way too long, so if you guys want a full camera test, drop a request in the comment, and while you're at it, hit the big red button too. And for some other features, Apple introduced a feature that they reference as a feature that you hopefully won't have to use, and this is the emergency service over satellite, which surprisingly is a feature that it's the first of its kind. Nice baby steps. There's also a crash detection, which uses different variables and conditions to determine if you are in a car crash, and then calls for help by itself. You guys can be my guest to test that out. And with that said, that's all I have to say for the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Definitely not a big upgrade from the last gen, but props to Apple for making the phone look a little bit different, at least when it's turned on. But other than that, peace.